Hi lovelies, Lauren here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future flows. Now I know there's been a little week's hiatus in me bringing these chair-based yoga classes to me. I apologise for that. I had a slight fridge freezer disaster, but no worries, we're back and I'm here with another chair-based flow for you. So as always, we're going to take it nice and slow, nice and gentle way of just getting the body moving. So when you're ready, pull up a chair and we'll make a start. So just making sure you are nice and comfortable. Settle those sit bones down into the seat of the chair, soften those shoulders down and away from these ears, and just closing off the eyes and closing off the outside world. As always, just taking a few moments to arrive at our practice today from wherever you've been. Maybe you've been rushing around, maybe you've had quite a busy day so far, so really just indulge in this time just to soften for a few moments, to take a breath and just starting to notice how you are feeling today. Noticing whatever thoughts and feelings start to arise for you. Noticing whatever sensations are happening inside the body. And gradually starting to let go of anything that doesn't serve you for your practice today. Letting go of any thoughts to do with your day, to do with yesterday, and to do with tomorrow. But just welcoming yourself to the present moment, to the here and now. And as we settle into the present moment, maybe just taking a few slower, deeper breaths here and there. Taking in all of that fresh, clean air, filling up the lungs entirely. And as you exhale, just letting go of anything that doesn't matter to you right now. And you can repeat that as many times as you need to really calm the mind and soften the body. Lovely, well done. So as always, we're using the breath to help anchor the mind into the practice today. And to help guide the body as you move, keeping you safe, keeping you secure, and keeping you grounded. And then when you're ready, we're just going to take the biggest round of breath we've taken all day. Take that nice big inhale in. And a nice big exhale out. Lovely. From here, feel free to keep the eyes closed. Of course, you can open them at any moment, your choice, but take another nice big inhale, grow that little bit taller. And exhale, seeing if we can keep that height, keep the length we've found in our spine, but soften those shoulders down and away from those ears. Lovely. And then from here, taking another inhale. And as you exhale, just turn the gaze, look past your right shoulder. Of course, if you've got the eyes closed, you're just turning the nose towards the right. Lovely, well done. And as you inhale, move the head back through center. Exhale, take it over to left. Lovely, inhale, come back through center. So all you're doing is gently turning the head from side to side. Being really mindful in this moment, so noticing how this movement feels in your neck. Noticing how much range of movement is there. Maybe you can bring your chin all the way above your shoulder, or maybe it's not quite getting there. That's absolutely okay. Remember, we're marrying the movement to your breath. So as you inhale, you come back through center. And as you exhale, you take it out to the side. Lovely. Couple more times. Gently sending the gaze left to right. Being sure to keep that length in the spine, being sure that we're not slouching here. Lovely, and one more time both sides, so one more time to the right. One more time to the left. Beautiful. Beautiful, and coming all the way back through center. This time as you exhale, gently drop the chin down towards your chest, and getting a little stretch through the back of the neck. Love. And then as you inhale, lift the head all the way up through center, tilting the chin to look up towards the ceiling. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long here, so try not to just collapse the head back, just keeping the neck nice and long so you're getting that little stretch across the front of the neck. And then again, as you exhale, slowly let the head drift down, chin comes back down towards the chest. And again, it's a real mindful, slow movement here. Noticing the mechanics of this movement, perhaps what's happening in the muscles to allow this to happen. Beautiful, well done. Notice how your head feels as it's supported by your neck and rests on top of your shoulders. Beautiful, and again, just a couple more times. And one more full round, one more inhale, looking all the way up. And exhale all the way down, chin to chest. And inhale, bring the head back up through center. Now, if you've still got your eyes closed, feel free to maybe flutter those eyelids back open. Welcome yourselves back into the room, and on your next inhale, take that nice big stretch. Energy out through the fingertips as you sweep the arms up nice and high. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down just to rest by the seat of the chair. You can take hold of the seat of the chair if that helps. Lengthen that through that left arm and take it up and over. So try not to have a bend in the elbow, letting the wrist hang heavy here. We really want to extend that through the entirety of that arm. Take another nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. As we inhale, we come all the way back up through center again, grow tall. Now as you exhale, left hand comes down, and again, maybe we support the body by taking hold of the seat of the chair, and we reach that right arm up and over. Really try to separate every bone of the rib cage on this side. Beautiful. Inhale. Have an exhale. And we inhale, come all the way up through center, grow tall. And then this time as we exhale, we're going to take a little twist. So we start twisting towards the right-hand side, slow and steady. And then when you're ready, gently float the arms down. So your left hand comes towards your right knee. Right hand takes hold of the back of the chair. Use it as kind of an anchor to help the body twist that a little bit further around. Stay sitting up nice and tall. Have an inhale. And as you exhale, maybe we can twist that a little bit deeper. Maybe send the gaze to look all the way back behind you. Lovely full round of breath here. Inhale. Have an exhale. As you inhale, start to unwind, floating the arms up. And again, we find that length, we find that reach. Now as we exhale, we twist round the other side, twisting to the left, floating the arms down. So right hand comes towards your left knee, left hand takes hold of the back of the chair. And again, sitting up nice and tall as you inhale. Now as you exhale, see if you can deepen the twist ever so slightly. Full round of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to unwind, floating the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, you can press the arms down and away. Lovely, well done. Bring your hands towards your thighs. We're just going to work through a little bit of seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, lift up through the heart, lift up through the chest. So again, you're tilting the chin up towards the sky. And you're slightly squeezing the shoulder blades together here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, creeping the fingertips further forwards towards your knees, tucking the chin down towards the chest. Now imagine you're separating the shoulder blades left to right and breathing into that space there. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, we go again. We lift up through the heart, lift up through the chest, grow tall. And we exhale, find a curve. Lovely. So this is all it is in our seated cat-cow, just gently moving back and forth between these two states. And again, maybe we notice that subtle increase in that range of motion perhaps. Beautiful, well done. Continuing to move with the breath. Okay, couple more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, curve. Okay, one more full round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curve. Beautiful. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Again, sitting up nice and tall. And again, you're going to take that nice big sweep up with the arms. Energy reaching out through the fingertips, grow tall. And then as you exhale, you're going to find a little cactus shape. So you're going to bend the elbows so they come down in line with your shoulders. Fingertips are still pointing up towards the ceiling here. You might feel a little expansion across the front of your chest here, across the collarbone. Have an inhale. And then as you exhale, all I want you to do, keep the elbows where they are. Just start to rotate the palms of the hands down. So the fingertips are going to point as far down as they can. So they might not point all the way down towards the ground. Maybe they come on a bit more of a diagonal. Just finding as far down as you can go. And you will start to notice the shoulders start to roll forwards ever so slightly. But keep the elbows in line with your shoulders. Beautiful. Well done. As you inhale, lift the arms all the way back up. And again, keep the elbows where they are. Exhale, fingertips point down. Beautiful. And again, we just repeat it a couple more times. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale, we bring them down. Lovely. So we're starting to work a little bit more into our shoulders, and you might already start to feel that work there. Maybe the shoulders are getting a little bit tired, perhaps. If there's any pain, as always, do feel free to perhaps skip this. Maybe take the pressure off. Don't feel as though you have to push the body to its limits there. Remember, we're being really mindful throughout this practice. Lovely, well done. Exhale down. One more full round. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Inhale, fingertips reach up. Beautiful. Open the arms out towards the side, and you're just going to wrap the arms around you. Take a little hug here. Keep the elbows lifted. Wrap the fingertips around you. Maybe you have a little sway from side to side. Lovely. Well done. Okay. Take a nice big inhale. Open the arms back out to the side. And then as you exhale, you're going to take that hug again, but this time bring the opposite arm on top. Okay, so don't worry if you've forgotten which arm was on top on the last side. Just come back into that hug, maybe have a little sway from side to side. It's nothing too precise. Just kind of embracing ourselves here, giving ourselves that little bit of love, that little bit of care. Beautiful, well done. Now this time I want you to imagine you're taking off a jumper. You're going to reach the elbows up towards the sky. Inhale, unravel the arms like you're taking off that jumper, reaching up. And exhale, press the arms down and away. Beautiful. Bring the palms back down to your thighs. And again, maybe we have a little roll out of those shoulders, shaking any stress, shaking any tension away. Beautiful. Change the direction should you wish. Okay. And then from here, we're going to make our way up to standing. So rooting down through the soles of the feet. Bring the palms of the hands to your knees. Start to shift the weight forwards, peeling the sit bones away from the seat of your chair. Use the hands on the knees to help the body keep supported here. And then we find this place where we can roll it through the spine. So we tuck the tailbone under, let the arms hang heavy here, head hangs heavy. And slowly we start to stack up bone by bone, taking our time, no need to rush, so that the head is the final thing to lift, and we send those shoulders down and away. Beautiful, well done. Okay, from here we're going to take a little walk around. We're going to come to stand behind the back of our chair. So take a moment just to carefully rearrange. Okay, and then from here again, finding this place where we can stand nice and tall, and you've got the back of the chair facing towards you, and the back of the chair is going to act as a little support for our bodies today, and we're going to work a little bit on balance later. So starting with the feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forwards, have a little softness in the knees, tucking the tailbone under, lifting it through the chest, okay? You're going to take a nice big inhale, sweep the arms up, nice and high. Maybe the palms meet above the head, or maybe we need to bring the arms a little bit further forwards here. That's absolutely okay, just bring the arms up as high as you can. Then as you exhale, bring the palms down through heart center. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale. Exhale, bring the palms down through heart center. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, from here we're going to take a little half sun salutation. So you're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, grow tall. And then as you exhale, separating the palms, hinging at your hips, pouring the heart forwards, bring the hands to the back of the chair and take a little modified forward fold. So again, you might have a little bend in the knees. Beautiful. So you're just folding that a little bit over the chair, seeing if we can find a little bit of release in your lower spine. And as we inhale, again, we root down through the feet, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, rise on up, sweep the arms up. And exhale, palms come down. And again, we're going to repeat that twice more. Beautiful. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, pour the body down. Gently finding that modified forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, rising back up. Lovely. And exhale, palms down. One more time, just this. Inhale. Exhale, separate the palms. Lovely. Well done. Remember to have that little bend in the knees. And inhale, we rise all the way back up. And exhale, palms down. Beautiful. We're going to do a forcing salutation just once on both sides, using the chair again. So take a nice big inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, separate the palms, hands meet at the back of your chair, modified forward fold. Lovely, well done. As you inhale, lift the chest, take a giant step back, as big as a step back as you can with your left leg. Drop that left heel down, making sure we're sinking into this right knee. So this right knee is pointing forwards, it's not closing in or out, and we're rooting down through both feet, especially that back heel. You might already feel a stretch down the back of that left calf. You may find that the hips start to rotate out a little bit. That is okay, but as best as we can, we want to get this left hip shining forward. So imagine you've got headlights on your hips and they're both shining towards your chair. And again, you can use your chair to support you, making sure we're keeping the chest lifted. Beautiful. And we have a nice big inhale here. And a nice big exhale. Lovely, well done. From here, you ever so gently step the right foot back, next to left, and you're going to lift up onto your tiptoes. So lift up as high as you can onto your tiptoes, bring the hips in line with your shoulders. So it's quite tempting to have the hips back here. Bring the hips in line with your shoulders so you sort of come into a modified plank here. And again, you might feel the work in your core. Have an inhale. And then as you exhale, we then sink the hips back, sending the heels down towards the ground, coming into a modified downward facing dog. Gently see if we can bring the ears down in line with our arms, but again, don't worry if this doesn't happen for you. You might be up a little bit higher, maybe you want to walk the feet a little bit closer. Beautiful. Just come to a place where you're receiving all the benefits of the stretch and it suits your body, so don't feel as though you have to come into the full posture if it's not feeling comfortable for you here. Beautiful. Take a full round of breath. Inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, we start to lift the chest and we take that nice big step forwards with the left leg. So this time we keep the right heel down. Maybe those right toes turn out about 45 degrees. And again, we sink into that left knee, press that right heel down and towards the ground, lift in the chest. Lovely, and then as you exhale, step your right foot forwards next to left, and we take another little modified forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, bend the knees, rising back up, sweep the arms up, grow tall. And exhale, palms down. Beautiful, we're just going to repeat that on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive on down. Lovely, little modified forward fold. Bend the knees, and you're going to take that giant step back with the right leg this time. So again, you drop that right heel down. Maybe we turn those right toes out just about 45 degrees, sinking into the left knee, lifting the chest, aiming for your heart to be over your hips here. So we try not to be too far down here. We press the palms down into the back of the chest so we can lift up through the chest. Inhale here. And have an exhale. Lovely, well done. You're going to step your left foot back next to right, and again we find ourselves up onto our tiptoes, so we grow tall, press the ground away through the big toes, hips come in line with your shoulders. Inhale here. And as you exhale, gently sending the hips back, settle the heels back down and come into your modified downward facing dog, only as far as you want to go. So see if we can release through the back of the neck. Beautiful, well done. And again, full round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lifting the chest. Real big step forwards with the right foot. Beautiful. So we come into that little lunge on the other side. So feel free to adjust your feet here if you need to. Keep sinking into the right knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, left foot steps forwards, next to right, and we take another little modified forward fold. Beautiful, really well done. Inhale here. Have an exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, rise all the way up. And exhale, palms down. Beautiful, bring the hands back towards the back of the chair. And then from here, we're gonna work a little bit on our balance, but you've got a couple of options. So you can either bring the legs together, squeeze the legs together, draw into that midline of the body. You're gonna press into the big toes. What this does, however, is makes our surface area a little bit smaller. So we've not got a lot of place to balance on. But if you want to have the feet a little bit wider, perhaps hip distance apart, maybe even wider still, just so if you are feeling a little bit unsturdy today, you have got that wide base to keep you nice and supported. So I'll leave that up to you, entirely your choice. So I'm going to do it with my legs together, and I'm going to press into my big toes. I'm using the chair to support me here. Again, we have that tuck of the tailbone under, lift up through the heart. Have an inhale. Have an exhale. As you inhale, shift the weight forwards towards your toes, lifting the heels, grow tall. So you're finding this nice long line, and you're just sending the crown of the head towards the sky. Again, you're using your chair to keep you supported here. Keep squeezing the legs together if they are together. If you've got the legs about hip distance apart, again, it's the same idea. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, slowly start to sink the heels back down to the ground, nice and slow. And then as the heels meet the ground, you're going to have a bend in the knees. You're going to send the hips slightly back, coming into a little chair pose. Now, if you have got the legs hip distance apart, just check your knees. Make sure your knees are going over your toes. They're not closing in. They're not closing out towards the side. You want to keep the knees over your toes. Beautiful. And if you've got the legs together, again, you're just squeezing the legs together. Beautiful. Have an inhale here. Keep the chest lifted. Have an exhale. As you inhale, again we start to rise back up. So we first start to lengthen the legs, then we shift the weight into the big toes, and again we grow tall. If you're using the chair here, you can always push yourselves up, down through the hands. Beautiful, so you can grow even taller. Now as you exhale again, we slowly sink back down. So the heels almost sink down as if they're lowering down through thick mud or honey. So you've got that little bit of resistance there. As the heels come down, you sink down in the knees. Beautiful. Send the hips ever so slightly back. Try not to lift your tailbone up too high. Keep tucking the tailbone under, just so we're not getting any strain across our lower spine here. Beautiful. Keep the spine as long as you can. Beautiful. Inhale, we start to rise back up. And we grow tall. Maybe as we come up here, maybe we test ourselves. Can we take one hand off? Can we take the other hand off? Maybe you can go as far to take both hands off. Do take care here. Find a steady focal point. So something in front of you, something on the wall, on the ground, something in front of you that's not moving, that's going to help you focus and keep your balance here. Beautiful. And if you need to bring the hands down at any point, do not worry, okay? One more inhale. Exhale, we slowly sink it back down, maybe without our hands. Beautiful. Lovely, well done. Nice deep bend. Okay, bring the hands back towards your chairs. Beautiful. Have an inhale here. Have an exhale. Inhale, just come back up to standing for me and give the legs a little bit of a shake, okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to progress that slightly. Now you can do exactly the same thing. You can use the chair, keep the hands down if that's where you want to be at today. If you want to take it a little bit further, I'll lead you through the next part. So again, decide where you want your legs, either together, maybe slightly apart. Take a full round of breath in standing. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, here we go. So as I say, we're going to add something on. So first of all, we think about shifting the weight towards your toes, lifting the heels away from the ground. As you grow tall, see if we can bring the palms and the hands together. Lovely, well done. And then you're going to send the fingertips up towards the sky. Slow, slow, slow. Take your time. The more we rush this, the more likely we are to fall. As the fingertips reach all the way up, separate the palms. Have an inhale. As you exhale, start to sink the heels slowly down towards the ground. Beautiful. As you bend the knees, sinking into your chair, find that cactus place with the arms again. So again, the elbows come down in line with your shoulders. Beautiful. Well done. Inhale here. Then as you exhale, rotate the fingertips to point down. Lovely, well done. So exactly what we did at the beginning in seated, how the fingertips just point down as far as they can. Beautiful. From here, nothing changes about the chest or the legs. Everything else stays the same, apart from the arms are just going to continue to reach down. And we inhale, sweep forwards. Beautiful, well done. Have an inhale here. And have an exhale. Beautiful. Start to rise back up through standing, and again the palms come down, or palms come together, sorry, in front of the heart, and we start that all over again. Beautiful. So remember, it's exactly the same whether you choose to use the arms or whether you choose not to. It's absolutely fine. All we're doing is essentially lifting up with the heels, sinking back down into the chair, and the arms are just a bit more of an add-on. So if you'd rather focus on the legs and your balance, that's absolutely fine. If you want to add in the arms, that's cool too. Okay. If you're working with the arms, bring the palms together in front of the chest. Have an inhale here. And have an exhale. Here we go again. Shift the weight towards your toes. Find that steady focal point. Rising up, lifting those heels. Beautiful. Slow and steady, start to rise the fingertips up. Beautiful. Keep knitting the ribcage together. Find that nice long line. As the arms reach up, maybe we separate the palms. Exhale, slow and steady, we start to sink back down, and maybe we find that cactus shape in the arms. Lovely, well done. Beautiful. Maybe we start to sink down a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Have an inhale here. Exhale, arms continue all the way down, and we sweep them forwards. Beautiful. Have an inhale here. And have an exhale. Lovely. Come all the way back up to standing, and palms together in front of the heart. Let's do this twice more, shall we? So inhale, shift the weight forwards, grow tall. Keep squeezing the legs together if the legs are together, tucking the tailbone under. Rise the fingertips up. Lovely, well done. Slow and steady. If you wobble, if you fall, do not worry. It's all part of the process. So take your time. Inhale. Exhale, slowly sinking down. Find that cactus shape, and again, sink down a little bit lower. Beautiful. Keep knitting the ribcage together. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips continue all the way down, and we sweep the arms forwards. Inhale here. Exhale. And come all the way back up to standing. Beautiful. So remember, at any point you can come back to use your chair. Your chair is there to support you. Beautiful. Final round. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Start to rise. Beautiful. Well done. Slow and steady. This is our final round. Lovely. Well done. Maybe you can find that picture moment at the top. Maybe find a little smile plays across your lips. Lovely, well done. Have an inhale. Exhale, start to sink. And again, lowering down with that control. Beautiful. So as the body gets tired, it's going to be tempted to rush. But again, we want to slow everything down. Sinking lower. Inhale. Exhale, rotate the fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale, reach the arms forwards. Inhale here. Exhale. Lovely, and come all the way back up to standing. Bring the hands towards the back of the chair if they're not already, and give the legs another good old shake. Beautiful, well done. Okay, so if you had the legs together, you're just going to separate them back off about hip distance apart, and you're going to take a nice big inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, separate the palms, folding over, and take a little modified forward fold. Beautiful, well done. Full round of breath here, nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. Lovely, inhale, lifting the chest ever so slightly. You're going to step one foot back at a time. So maybe we step with the left foot first, and then the right. And we're going to come into a modified down dog. So sending the hips back, diving the chest down. Maybe the ears come down in line with your arms. Maybe they don't, do not worry. Beautiful. And maybe you find a little bit of space to bring some movement in perhaps. Maybe there's a little sway of the hips from side to side, maybe bending one knee and then the other. So don't be afraid to bring in any movement that feels good for you and your body today. Lovely, one more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, start to lift the chest, rising back up, and you're going to take a nice big step forwards with the right leg. Lovely, well done. Okay, so again, using your chair to help you, keeping that left heel down. Now, instead of having a bend in that right knee, you're going to think about lengthening off that right leg. Careful not to lock out into that knee. If you have any kind of pressure building up in the knees at all at any point, include a little micro bend, okay? So just to make sure we're not locking out in the knee. Bring your awareness to your hips, thinking about squeeze your right hip forwards, your left hip back. So you're trying to square off the hips as best as you can. Have an inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to soften in the elbows as if you're going to bring the forehead down towards the back of the chair. Maybe the forehead meets, maybe it doesn't. If the forehead does meet the back of the chair, just careful not to place all of your weight down here. Keep using the hands to kind of press the chair down and away, just so you're not going to cause any tension in the neck here. Lovely, well done. Keep squaring off the hips. And you're into your pyramid pose. Beautiful, well done. Okay. We take a couple of rounds of breath here. Maybe we're feeling that little stretch in the legs, perhaps. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Beautiful, soften into that right leg, lifting the chest all the way back up. And then from here, you're going to bring the weight forwards into the right leg, dragging the left toes in, okay? So the top of the left foot is just kind of resting on the top of the mat. Lifting it through the chest. Now from here, you might find you need a strap or maybe a belt because you are going to work towards a dancer pose. So if you find that you can't comfortably take hold of your toes behind you, maybe take a moment just to grab a strap, a belt, as I say, maybe even tie. That might work as well. But for a moment, staying nice and tall, gazing forwards, top of the left foot just resting into the mat. Now bring your awareness to the surface of the right foot. Root down through the entire surface of the foot. Have an inhale. As you exhale, think about squeezing that left heel towards your sit bone. Keep the knees together first of all. Have an inhale here. And have an exhale. From here, ever so gently, left hand reaches behind you. Maybe it takes hold of the outside of the left foot. Now again, if this does not happen, feel free to use a strap or a tie, whatever you have to hand. Lovely, well done. Inhale here. As you exhale, maybe you want to start kicking that left foot away. Be mindful here. As I say, kicking that left foot away, I don't mean kind of throwing it back so we let go of the foot. You're just kind of pushing that left foot away, seeing if we can lift it a little bit higher. Don't feel as though you have to go too far. Keep the hips square, keep the shoulders square if you can. Lovely, well done. We have one more inhale here. One more exhale. And we gently release that left foot, settle it down next to right. Beautiful, and have a little shake out of those legs. Beautiful, well done, okay. Have an inhale in standing. Have an exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, separate the palms, dive on down. Lovely, well done, modified forward fold. And then from here, have an inhale, lifting the chest ever so slightly. And again, stepping one foot back at a time. This time we're going to go right and then left. Dropping the heels down towards the ground. Taking another modified downward facing dog. And again, maybe you take a few moments to bring some movement in here. Notice how your legs are feeling today. Beautiful, well done. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Inhale, starting to lift the chest and take that nice big step forwards with the left leg. So we're just going to repeat the sequence all again on the other side. So again, making sure we're keeping that right heel down, lengthening off this left leg again. Have that awareness of your knee. Square off the hip. So this time you're sending the left hip back, right hip forwards. Have an inhale. Exhale, we soften into the elbows. And we gently bring the forehead. Maybe it comes down towards the back of the chair. Beautiful, well done. Keep rooting down through the feet, squaring off the hips. Okay, a few more moments here. Remember, if it's too much, scale it back, take the pressure off. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Lovely, soften back into that left knee, lifting the chest all the way back up, and now from here, ground the weight into this left leg, drag the right toes in, okay? So we're gonna work on that dancer pose on the other side. So remember, only go as far as you want to go, use whatever props you have around you to help the body stay supported here. Root down through the entire surface of that left foot, standing up nice and tall, inhale here. Exhale, squeeze that right heel towards your sit bones, keeping the knees together first of all. Beautiful. Okay, inhale. And as you exhale, maybe you reach the right hand back, maybe it takes hold of the outside of the right foot. And again, don't worry if that doesn't happen for you today. It might happen tomorrow. This is all a work in progress. Lovely, have an inhale. As you exhale, maybe start to push that right foot a little bit further away. Diving the chest down ever so slightly. Beautiful, well done. So again, don't worry about what the pose looks like. See if we can focus a little bit more on how the pose feels. And if it doesn't feel okay, don't feel as though you have to do it. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then we gently let go of that right foot and settle it down next to left. And we have a shake out of the legs. Beautiful, well done. Okay, take a nice big inhale, sweep the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, separate the palms, have a little modified forward fold. Lovely, then as you inhale, bend the knees, rising all the way back up to standing. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to make our way back to seated. So take a moment just to adjust your seat if you need to. Or maybe you can just have that little walk around. Lovely, well done. Okay, so gently making your way all the way back towards the chair. Try not to be tempted to kind of slouch here. I know our bodies are probably feeling a little bit tired, but we've just got a little bit more work to do. So again, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, separate the palms, bring the hands down. Hands come towards your right thigh. You're gonna pick up that right thigh, squeeze in the knee, in towards the chest. As this happens, again, try not to slouch down too much here. And I know that's tempting. Keep lifting it through the heart, lifting it through the chest. Have an inhale. And as you exhale, you're just going to bow the head down. See if you can almost bring your nose towards your knee, maybe the forehead towards your knee. Beautiful. So you're really squeezing in that knee as high as you can. And then as you inhale, lift all the way back up. We're going to do that a couple more times. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift back up. Lovely, well done. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Lovely, inhale to lift, hold here. Then as you exhale, you're gently going to cross this right ankle over the left knee. Now, if this doesn't happen for you today, feel free to maybe set that right foot down, maybe you cross it over the right foot, just to kind of allow that right knee to fall out towards the side ever so slightly. But again, do not worry, just come into the pose whichever way feels most comfortable for you. If you have got the ankle on top of the knee, making sure we're flexing into that right foot, gently guiding that right knee down and away. Lovely, okay. Lifting it through the heart, lifting it through the chest. Bring the palms of the hands together. Then as you exhale, you're going to see if you can rest the forearms on top of that right shin. And now again, you might come down at a slight angle here. Do not worry. If you are, push down through the right elbow. So again, you're pushing that right knee out towards the side ever so slightly. If it's too much, scale it back. Beautiful. Keep that long spine so you shine energy out through the crown of the head. Beautiful. A few more breaths here. Lovely. Okay, stay with that slow and steady breath. We're nearly there. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Beautiful, inhale, lifting the chest, rising all the way back up. And then from here, bring the hands down towards this front shin. So right hand to the right knee, left hand, to the left hand to the right ankle, sorry. And then from here, you're just going to rotate into that right ankle. Beautiful. I knew at always some point, I always get my left and rights mixed up. As long as you guys are doing the right thing, that's what matters. Beautiful. Okay. And then when you're ready, just changing the direction. Beautiful. Nearly there. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Lovely. Using your hands to help you, gently going to pick this right knee back up in towards the chest. Have one more squeeze, one more hug of that knee in. And then exhale, set it back down. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, palms the hands down. This time we come to the other side, so hand comes towards the left knee. We draw it in towards the chest. You can take hold of the back of the thigh, the shin, the knee, whichever feels better for you. Have an inhale here. Exhale, here we go again, sending your nose towards your knee. Inhale, you lift. Exhale, bring it in. Lovely, well done. Remember to move slow and steady here. So don't worry about how far you go. What matters most is that you're moving with your breath at a steady and controlled pace. So we're not rushing, we're not forcing the body in any way. It's just some gentle movement. Beautiful. Okay, inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And then from here, again, you're gently going to guide this left ankle on top of the right knee. Now remember, this might not happen for you. Feel free to bring that left foot down. Maybe you cross it over. Again, you can adjust the postures to however suits you best. Lovely, well done. Flexing into the left ankle, pressing that left knee down and away from the body. Lifting up through the chest, palms, the hands come together. Inhale. As you exhale, again, seeing if we can rest the forearms on top of this left shin. You might be again at an angle, maybe that right elbow is a little bit further down, the left elbow is higher. If that's the case, just push down ever so slightly through the left elbow. Keep shining energy out through the crown of the head so we're not rolling or collapsing in our spine. Everything remains nice and active here. Beautiful, well done. That right foot remains firmly rooted down into the ground. And we take one more inhale and one more exhale. Lovely, well done. Lifting the chest ever so slightly. Bring the hands down towards this left shin. And again, just rotate into that left ankle. Beautiful. So again, just noticing how this movement feels for you. Maybe the ankles feel a little bit tense. Maybe you're hearing all those little crackles, those little pops. Beautiful, change in the direction. Lovely, okay. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Lovely, hugging that left knee back in towards the chest. Have one final little squeeze, little hug. And then exhale, gently settling it back down. And next to right, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, separate the palms, hands come all the way down, fingertips meet the top of your thighs, and then just starting to walk the fingertips down the legs, gently coming into a little seated forward fold. So keep the sit bones rooted down towards the seat of the chair, but as you come down, let the head hang heavy, the arms just hang heavy here. Beautiful, well done. And don't worry about how far you go. Maybe the hands are somewhere halfway up the shins, maybe the fingertips come down towards the ground. It does not matter. Again, remember, we're detaching from what the pose looks like, but focusing more on how it feels. And so we just take a few more breaths here, gently in and out through the nose. Lovely, well done. Okay, maybe one more. Lovely, and as you inhale, gently walk the fingertips back up the legs, slowly rising all the way back up, rolling up through the spine. As you get to the top, the head is the last thing to lift, and we take a nice big shoulder roll. Beautiful, inhale, lift the shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, back and down. Beautiful. And then from here we're going to come into our little relaxation, into our Shavasana. So maybe we send the sit bones a little bit further back so that the spine can be supported by the back of the chair, but just making sure we're not slouching here. We want to keep that little bit of activation, keep the shoulders back. So again, we're opening up through the heart space here, resting the palms, the hands on the thighs. Maybe you have the palms down if you need a little bit of grounding today, or maybe you'd like the palms and the hands up if you're open to receiving. It's entirely your choice. But again, when you're ready, just softening those eyelids, closing off the eyes and closing off the outside world. Again, just exactly like we did at the beginning, just taking a few moments just to notice. Noticing where you are at now, how you are feeling now. Becoming aware of any similarities, any differences. And just knowing whatever it is you're experiencing right now, just know that it's okay. This is your personal experience. It doesn't have to be the same as anyone else's. So honour your experience and accept it for what it was. And then take a moment just to let everything be in this moment. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do, apart from be here in this moment, right here, right now. And maybe we stay with that slow and steady breath. Maybe we start to come back to its gentle, natural pace. Allowing everything to take its time here as we welcome ourselves to that place of quiet and calm. And as you leave your practice today and perhaps move throughout the rest of your day, maybe see if we can take this place of quiet and calm with you. So it stays with you and you can perhaps pass it on to anyone else around you, anyone who needs it. So maybe that's our intention for the rest of our day, maybe even the rest of your week, just to pass this little bit of calm. And then when you're ready, you're going to take that nice big inhale in through the nose, filling up the lungs entirely. Exhale, release with a sigh. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Lovely, well done. Bring the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, keeping the eyes closed, have a little bow and namaste. Lovely. On your next inhale, gently rising all the way back up to seated. Maybe you flutter those eyelids back open, or maybe you stay here for a few more moments, staying within that place. Beautiful. When you're ready, welcome yourselves back into the room. Beautiful. Well done. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you feel a little bit more centered, maybe a little bit more just connected to your breath. So I hope you enjoyed that practice. And if you did, as I said at the beginning, please don't forget to leave a little like, maybe comment. I love hearing from you. And yeah, I will see you next week with some more. All right, I'll see you then. Mwah.